Okay, welcome back once again to all my dear students. Today we are going to revise the chapter number 4, that is a chemical bonding and molecular structure. First of all, you all know that in this chapter we have discussed that how the chemical bond or covalent bond can be formed, then what is the attraction, then what is the repulsion, then how the bond order can be calculated, how you can know about the hybridization, all these things we have discussed, and then how you can see the dipole movement of the different molecules, right? So that all these things we have discussed in this video, in this chapter. Now here first of all the certain question will be arise when we start the chapter. Why do the atom combine? Why do they combine in the definite proportion? Why do certain atom combine with each other and not with other? And why do the molecules possess some definite shape, right? So these all are the different questions which are there, and the answer of all these different questions will be given with the help of 4 different principles. First one, that is a Clausius-Lewis approach. Second one, VSEPR principle. Third one, valence band theory, and fourth one, that is a molecular orbital theory. So all this topic we have discussed in this chapter. First one it will be given, that is a Clausius-Lewis approach. What he says that here Lewis proposed that atom as a positively charged kernel. He says that atom is a positively charged kernel, and here the nucleus and electron, the innermost orbit are in the nucleus, and in atom nucleus is there and innermost orbit the electrons are present, while 8 electron can be accommodated at the outer shell. In the outer shell how many electrons will be there? 8 electrons. As for example, if we take the sodium atom, then there is a 1 electron in the outermost orbit, so it is a place at the one corner of the cube. Whereas in the neon, if we discuss about the neon, then there is a 8 electron in the outermost orbit, so it is a place at the 8 corner of the cube, right? That we have discussed. Then next point that we have also discussed, that here Lewis noted that here when the atoms are combined with each other by sharing the outermost electron, then it completes their octet state, right? It completes the octet states. Just like example, Na plus and Cl minus. As for example, let us suppose if I take Cl2 molecules, here chlorine and here also chlorine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. See here, this will complete the octet state, this is also complete the octet state, right? So whatever the bond it can form, that bond is said to be the covalent bond by sharing the 1 electron, right? Now then after we have also discussed about the Lewis C bond, and Lewis is also says that only the outermost orbit electron is taking a part in the formation of chemical bond, right? Not innermost orbit electron. Okay, and Lewis got representation that he says that lithium, then beryllium, then boron, then carbon. See here outermost orbit 1, here 1 and 2, here 1, 2 and 2, here 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is represented as the outermost orbit electron, which can be given by the Lewis. Understand? So all these things you have to know. Then after, next one we have also discussed that Clausius approach. Now what is Clausius approach? In the Clausius approach, he says that the strongly electronegative halogen element and strongly electropositive alkali element in the periodic table differ from what? Inert gas. Inert gas से जो electropositive कौन है तो group number 1 के element, that we can say alkali, and electronegative कौन से तो group number 17 के element, that we can say halogen element, and it will be differ from what? It will be differ from inert gas. Halogen element receive the 1 electrons and becomes negatively charged, whereas alkali metal donate the 1 electrons and becomes a positive charge. That things you have to know. The positively charged and the negatively charged ion form this will attain the electronic structure like inert gas, right? Means the outermost orbit we can say NH2NB6. Then this positively charged and negatively ion are stable due to the electrostatic attraction between the positive and the negative. There is the electrostatic attraction is there. Now in the formation of ionic compound, the atom having a less ionization enthalpy and more electronegative can form the ionic bond, right? And the capacity of formation of ionic bond of element, it is called what? That is called the electrovalent bond, right? Now next one, that is this all are the explanation of electrovalent, and this will be given by the causal approach. As you all know that sodium is donate 1 electrons and it becomes a positive charge Na plus. Same way chlorine gain 1 electron, it becomes a negative charge Cl minus. Now here, what is ionic bond? Ionic bond, what is, how the ionic bond will be formed? We can say that it is depend, ionic bond, the formation of ionic bond is depend upon two different factors. First one, that easy availability of positive ion and negative ion from the neutral atom. Easily you can get the positive just like this Na plus and Cl minus. And arrangement of the positive and the negative ion in the ionic bond, right? So this is how the formation of positive ion from the neutral atom and the formation of negative ion from the neutral atom, which depends upon the value of ionization enthalpy and electron gain enthalpy. As for example, यहाँ पे अगर ये M gas है, it has a tendency to donate the electron. यहाँ पे कौन सी ionization energy? Ionization. And X gas है, if it gains the electron, it becomes X minus, right? So now here this we can say electron gain enthalpy. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Electron gain. One is ionization, second one is electron gain enthalpy. So all these things we have to know. Then after, next point that you have to know that what is a crystal structure. In the crystal structure, the ionic compound, that is a regular three-dimensional arrangement is there. What? Three-dimensional arrangement. And in there are also strongly that what? When it is combined, there is a strong Coulombic attraction force is there between the two positive and the negative ion. Which attraction force? Coulombic, right? So that, let us suppose if you want to remove chlorine atom from NaCl crystal at an infinite distance, then whatever the amount of energy is required, that is called the lattice energy, right? To remove one mole of chlorine atom at an infinite distance, the energy required to remove the gaseous form of ion to the infinite distance from the ionic compound, that is called the lattice enthalpy. As for example, अगर यहाँ पे NaCl है, तो NaCl की lattice energy or lattice enthalpy, it is how much? So 788 kilojoule per. So this is the lattice enthalpy of NaCl. Now next point, it will be given that covalent bond. As we have seen that when two or more atoms of any element attain the octet state by joining or by sharing the valence electron, then whatever the bond is formed, that bond is said to be the covalent bond. And you all know that basically there are three different types of covalent bond is there: polar, non-polar and coordinate. Non-polar means when the same two or more than two same atom share the valence electrons and forms a bond, that is called the non-polar covalent bond. Why? Because the electronegativity of both the atom will be same. H2, Cl2, O2 same. If the two different elements having a different electronegativity can share one electron, then whatever the bond it can form, that bond is said to be the polar covalent bond, just like the HCl, right? And coordinate means we can say by sharing only the one element, the electron of only one element, whatever the bond it can form, that is called the coordinate covalent bond, right? That is called the coordinate covalent bond. Understand? So all these things you have to know. Then after, what the Lewis dot representation, what points it will be given? So he says that first of all, the number of valence electron of each atom taking a part in the formation of molecules is taken in the consideration, and they are arranged as around the central atom, right? If negative ion is formed, then the number of electron equal to the negatively charged is added. As for example, just like if I take example here CO3 2 minus, then 2 electron will be added. And if positive charge is formed, then that much electron will be what? Removed. Right? Is it clear? Means here 2 electron will be added and here 1 electron will be removed. Now, then after he also says that the atom having a less electronegative element is taken as a central atom and more electronegative atoms are arranged around it, right? Then after, the electron pair which take a part by sharing in the formation of chemical bond is called the bonding pair of electron. But the valence electron which are not taking a part in the formation of chemical bond, that bond is said to be the bond and non-bonding electron pair. Understand? So all these things, and you all know that how to represent the Lewis structure, right? That you know. Then after, next point that it will be given here, as you all know that in the BeCl2, just like if I take BeCl2 example, right? This is the exceptional case. This molecule is stable, but when they combine, then the central atom cannot complete the octet state. As for example, beryllium central atom है और इसकी outermost orbit में 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन है, राइट? और यहाँ पे क्लोरीन है, यहाँ पे भी क्लोरीन है, तो यहाँ पे भी एक 1 2 3 4 5 6 2 3 4 5 6. अभी देखो बेरिलियम सेंट्रल एटम है, बट उसकी ऑक्टेट स्टेट कंप्लीट नहीं होती, देन आल्सो वी कैन से इट इज अ स्टेबल. फिर भी हम उसको स्टेबल बोलते हैं, सो दैट वी कैन से इट इज कंसीडर्ड एज अ what exceptional case. Just like if we take another example PCl5, phosphorus central element है, right? क्योंकि उसकी इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी कम है, किससे? तो क्लोरीन से. तो यहाँ पे क्लोरीन 1 2 3 4 और 5 1 2 3 4 and 5. अंडरस्टैंड? तो यहाँ पे देखो ये फॉस्फोरस से कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन आते हैं? 10 इलेक्ट्रॉन है, बट ऑक्टेट स्टेट कंप्लीट करने के लिए हमको कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन चाहिए? ओनली 8 electron. So then also we can say that PCl5 is stable. Understand? So this too is considered as a exceptional case. Now, then after, let us suppose if we complete the octet state same group, then stability. If you want to find out the stability, चलो stability कौन सी हाइड्राइड की ज्यादा होगी? तो यहाँ पे मैं लिखता हूँ NH3, then comes PH3, then ASH3, SbS3 and EiS3. So this is the order of stability. Understand? Is it clear? So these things you have to know. Now, then after, let us suppose definition, that is a bond angle. What is a bond angle? Bond angle means the angle between the orbital possessing bonding electron pair around the central atom of the molecules or ion is called the bond angle. Once again, the angle between the orbital possessing what? Bonding electron pair around the central atom, that is called the bond angle. Understand? So all that things that you have to know. Then after, next one, bond energy. The energy required to break 1 mole of bond in 1 mole of gaseous substance. The energy required to break 1 mole of bond in the 1 mole of gaseous substance, that is called the bond energy, or you can also say bond enthalpy. What is the bond enthalpy of hydrogen? That is a 435 somewhat kilojoule per mole, right? So that much energy will be required to break the hydrogen bond. Then after, next point we have know that bond order, that the number of bond between the two atoms present in the molecules is called bond order. Just like as you all know that H2, the bond order is 1, right? O2, we can say bond order is 2, N2, we can say bond order is 3. Right, by sharing the electron, right? Then after we have also discussed about that bond Haber cycle. Now, what is there in the bond Haber cycle? That we can say that the formation of ionic bond is dependent upon the lattice enthalpy, and if more value of the lattice enthalpy, then we can produce easily the formation of ionic bond, right? And it will be given one example, just like if we take the one example, crystal lattice of NaCl. Now you all know that the formation enthalpy of NaCl, that is a minus 411 kilojoule per mole, and minus sign indicates that it is stable. Okay, And how you can get that minus? So first of all, sublimation enthalpy is there. Then second one is the ionization. Third one is the decomposition. Fourth one, electron gain enthalpy. Fifth one, lattice enthalpy. And addition of all these things, we can say it is a what? That is a formation enthalpy that we have discussed. Then next point we have discussed, that is the resonance structure. Now you all know that what is the resonance structure? That we can say that the molecules cannot be explained by any Lewis structure. This is the limitation. So this means that the Lewis structure is incomplete to explain the shape of the molecules. Right? Now in the resonance structure, if any compound can represent more than one structure, but none of the above structure can explain all the properties. As for example, अगर यहाँ पे मैं एग्जाम्पल लेता हूँ, देखो कि अगर ओजोन है O3, तो ऑक्सीजन यहाँ पे डबल बॉन्ड ऑक्सीजन ऑक्सीजन, यहाँ पे प्लस 1 2 3 4 5 6 यहाँ पे माइनस, राइट। तो इसकी बॉन्ड लेंथ कितनी है? तो ये 148 पिकोमीटर और ये कितनी है? 121 पिकोमीटर। बट as we have discussed that it is a planar structure, so between the two molecules the bond length must be equal, but here the difference is there, so it is not correct. So in between this you can get the resonance structure, just like this resonance structure is represented just like here, oxygen, and here also single bond or oxygen oxygen, right? Here 128 picometer and this is also 128 picometer. Understand? Is it clear? So this is how you can represent the resonance structure, just like CO2 is also there. Then you can also represent the benzene, right? Then next point that we have discussed, that is polarity, bond polarity, and geometrical shape that you all know, that AB1, AB2 and all these things. Now BSE क्रिया, चलो पहले देखते हैं BSE क्रिया principle. Now what is BSE क्रिया? Valence shell electron pair repulsion. Who has presented the BSE क्रिया principle? That we can say that Lewis structure is not being able to explain the shape of the molecules, and that's why here the BSE क्रिया, according to the BSE क्रिया principle, you can explain the shape of the molecules. Just like who will present it BSE क्रिया principle, that is we can say Chidwick and Powell, and who is developed, that is the Dynamo and Gillespie. What he says, that the shape of the molecules is depend upon the number of bonding and the non-bonding electron pair surrounding the central atom, right? Once again, shape of the molecules is depend upon bonding and non-bonding electron pair. Second, the electron pair with the valence shell being a negatively charged, so it will be repelled to each other. Electron pair क्या है? Negatively charged, और उसके बीच में क्या होता है? Repulsion. Third point, this electron pair possess the tendency of obtaining such an arrangement in which यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रॉन की अरेंजमेंट ऐसे होनी चाहिए in the space, just like it will have the minimum repulsion and maximum distance. Minimum repulsion and maximum distance. That things you have to know. Now, next point यहाँ पे कि if two or more than two resonance structure is possible, then BSE-PI principle is applicable for all the resonance structure. Then according to the BSE-PI principle, here we can say that which one has a maximum repulsion between lone pair में सबसे ज्यादा repulsion आएगा. Then takes bonding pair lone pair, and then takes bonding pair. Understand? So this is the repulsion according to the BSE-PI principle, right? Is it clear? Now अगर हम SO2 की बात करें, तो SO2 में क्या है कि यहाँ पे रिपल्सन है सल्फर डाइऑक्साइड में, तो हम ऐसा बोलते हैं कि SO2 में रिपल्सन है, तो यहाँ पे उसका स्ट्रक्चर कैसा होना चाहिए? तो SO2 सेंट्रल एटम ऑफ सल्फर 1 2 3 4 5 6, तो यहाँ पे ऑक्सीजन है, राइट? तो यहाँ पे बॉन्ड एंगल कितना होना चाहिए? 120, पर 120 नहीं है, क्यों? क्योंकि बिकॉज ऑफ नॉन बॉन्डिंग एंड bonding, there is a repulsion is there, so according to the repulsion the bond angle will be decreased. Understand? And so that's why we can say that here the sulfur dioxide is angular, we can say the shape is angular, and bond angle 190.5. Understand? Is it clear? Same way methane का लो, चलो methane में क्या है कि कार्बन इज सेंट्रल एटम 1 2 3 and 4 H. So the shape is a tetrahedron, so the bond angle will be how much? 190 and 28 minutes. Same way H2O में, तो bond angle कितना आएगा? 104. Why? Because यहाँ पे कोई repulsion नहीं आएगा, इसीलिए हमने ऐसा कहा कि बॉन्ड एंगल कितना आया 109 एंड 28 मिनट। एज फॉर एग्जांपल अमोनिया इज दैट 1 2 3 नॉन बॉन्डिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर, यहां पे बॉन्ड एंगल कितना आएगा तो 108 डिग्री, 8 राइट 107 डिग्री। इज इट क्लियर? ओके, तो यहां पे होना चाहिए कितना 109 एंड 28 मिनट्स, बट हियर दिस इज अ पिरामिडल इन द शेप, ये शेप भी चेंज हो गया, राइट? सो बिकॉज ऑफ व्हाट? नॉन बॉन्डिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर। Okay, so the shape of the molecules is depend upon what? Bonding and the non-bonding electron pair. Okay, so these things you have to know. Next one, that is the bond polarity. Now you all know that polarity of bond means what? That any chemical bond, it does not possess completely the ionic and completely the covalent. In the molecule, just like the H2Cl2O2, right? The covalent bond is formed by sharing the electron, but when the experimental value of bond length and bond enthalpy are studied, it is found that some contribution of ionic bond will be there. Some contribution of ionic bond will be there. Just like the heteronuclear molecules is there, HF, in which fluorine is a more electronegative than the hydrogen. So fluorine carries a partial negative charge, hydrogen carries partial positive charge, and all the electrons are attracted towards the fluorine atom. सभी इलेक्ट्रॉन किस तरफ अट्रैक्शन होगा? तो फ्लोरीन एटम। सो वी कैन से, तो हम ऐसा बोलेंगे कि फ्लोरीन पे इलेक्ट्रॉन की डेंसिटी क्या होगी? ज्यादा होगी, हाइड्रोजन पे कम होगी, राइट? तो ये सब हमको मालूम होना चाहिए। और फ्लोरीन पे पार्शियल नेगेटिवली चार्ज है, हाइड्रोजन पे पार्शियल पॉजिटिव चार्ज है, राइट? एंड दस द बॉन्ड इज बिकम पोलर एंड दैट्स व्हाई यू कैन गेट द डाइपोल मोमेंट। उसके डाइपोल मोमेंट हमको मिलेगा। जस्ट लाइक अ वाटर आल्सो इन द H2O, two oxygen atom is joined with the two hydrogen atom by sharing one electron, but the electronegativity of oxygen is more than that of hydrogen, so that it becomes a polar, right? तो हमको क्या मिलेगा? डाइपोल मोमेंट। but we can also say that if we discuss about the BeF2, तो डाइपोल मोमेंट क्या हो गया? 0। क्यों? क्योंकि we can say that beryllium and each fluorine atom is opposite in the direction. Fluorine atom will be opposite in the direction, and as a result the polarity becomes 0. Why? Because the value of the dipole moment is also 0, because beryllium fluoride है ना, तो BeF2 है, यहाँ पे देखो BeF2, तो beryllium is central atom and here ये क्या है? दोनों fluorine atom in the opposite direction। तो opposite direction में है तो क्या होगा कि dipole moment will be 0। Then after we are also discuss that NH3 and NF3 that you all know कि NF3 में dipole moment कम है, किससे? तो NH3 से। क्यों कम है? क्योंकि NH3 में क्या होता है? यहाँ पे देखते हैं कि NH3 है तो N यहाँ पे 1 2 and 3 the non-bonding electron pair, right? NH3 and N here also non-bonding electron and 1 2 and 3 fluorine। यहाँ पे ये जो नाइट्रोजन एटम है उसकी इलेक्ट्रॉन नेगेटिविटी ज्यादा है, तो सभी हाइड्रोजन क्या करेगा? इसको इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेट करेगा, तो इसके ऊपर इलेक्ट्रॉन ज्यादा आ जाएगा, right? So there is a difference in the electronegativity and that's why the dipole moment will be more। पर यहाँ पे क्या होगा? फ्लोरीन की इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी ज्यादा है, तो ये नाइट्रोजन एटम तीनों फ्लोरीन को इलेक्ट्रॉन देगा, तो तीनों फ्लोरीन को इलेक्ट्रॉन दिया तो फ्लोरीन will be distributed on the electron will be distributed on the three fluorine atom, and that's why the dipole moment will be less, right? So these things we have to know, okay? Then after we have discussed about the valence band theory, okay? Now what is that? Who has presented the valence band theory? That you have to know that Hitler and London had presented the valence band theory, and Linus Paulius later has developed it, right? What he says that according to this theory, when the half-filled atomic orbital come near to each other, they get overlap, and as a result, the covalent bond will be formed. But half-filled atomic orbital only overlap with each other, and it can form a covalent bond. But if one atom is completely filled and second atom is incomplete, and when they are overlap, then whatever the bond it can form, that bond is said to be the coordinate covalent bond, right? As for example, अगर हम एग्जांपल लेते हैं कि हाइड्रोजन H2 मॉलिक्यूल से, तो उसमें दो हाइड्रोजन है H, राइट? तो एक H का न्यूक्लियस Na और इलेक्ट्रॉन E है, दूसरा H का न्यूक्लियस Nb एंड इलेक्ट्रॉन Eb, तो उसके बीच में क्या आएगा? अट्रैक्शन एंड रिपल्सन बिटवीन द सेम न्यूक्लियस एंड बिटवीन द डिफरेंट न्यूक्लियस और बिटवीन द डिफरेंट एटम्स, राइट? तो हमको मालूम है कि अगर डिफरेंट एटम के बीच में अट्रैक्शन होगा तो NaEb NbEa, और सेम एटम तो NaEa NbEb, राइट? Repulsion is there NaNb and EaEb, right? And we had also discussed that the attraction force will be strong as compared to that of repulsion force, and that's why we can say that the molecules, the atoms are more repulsive force. Magnitude of the attraction force will be more, so that the molecules are what atom come close nearer to each other, and the potential energy will be decreased. That potential energy will be decreased. Remember, and at this stage, we can also say that both the atom go nearer to each other in such an extent that the attractive force balance the repulsive force, right? कितने हद तक वो एक दूसरे से नजदीक जाएंगे कि जब तक अट्रैक्टिव फोर्स है वो रिपल्सिव फोर्स को बैलेंस नहीं करते तब तक, राइट? एंड यू ऑल नो दैट व्हाट इज द हाइड्रोजन, द बॉन्ड लेंथ ऑफ द हाइड्रोजन, दैट इज 74 पिकोमीटर, राइट? So that things you have to know. Then after positive, negative overlapping, that you all know, that we have discussed. Then we have also discussed about the sigma and pi bond. Then what is the sigma? Side by side overlapping. Pi bond, that is a sigma is end to end overlapping. Pi bond is a side by side overlapping, perpendicular to the axis and parallel to each other, right? Sigma bond is a strong bond. Why? Because the magnitude of the overlapping will be more in the sigma bond. हमको पता है sigma bond कौन बनाएगा, तो S overlapping, S PZ overlapping and PZ overlapping. Pi bond कौन बनाएगा, तो PX and PY overlapping, right? So all these things you have to. Then after we have discussed, this is all about the sigma and pi. Then molecular orbital theory is there. Now what is the molecular orbital theory? Who has proposed the molecular orbital theory? That you have to know. The molecular orbital theory was first proposed by the Mulligan, Jaffe and Woods, right? What he says that it is said that as the electron which are present in the atom is arranged in the atomic orbitals SPDF, same way the electron which are present in the molecules are arranged in the molecular orbital. Which are the molecular orbital that you all know according to the linear combination of atomic orbital, that is a LCAO, right? That is a sigma, sigma star, pi and pi star. Okay, so according to how the electron will be arranged, according to the three different rules, Aufbau, Pauli and Kunz, right? Okay, so all these things we have discussed, right? And then after certain points are there that you have to know, that points of molecular orbital theory, that proper symmetry is there. Then half fill, the electron of an atom are arranged in the different atomic orbitals. Similarly, the electron in the molecules are arranged in the different molecular orbitals. Then the atomic orbital having a singular energy and proper symmetry combined with each other, right? The electron in the atomic orbital are under the effect of only one nucleus, whereas the electron of a molecular orbital are under the effect of more than one nucleus, right? The number of atomic orbitals combined with each other, the same number of molecular orbital will be formed, but the half electron will be arranged in the bonding molecular orbital and half electron will be arranged in the anti-bonding molecular orbital. Anti-bonding molecular orbital will have the more energy as compared to that of bonding molecular orbital. And here we have also discussed the four different molecular orbital will be formed, which are the sigma, sigma star, pi, pi star. Now I will explain you that how you have to know about the sigma, sigma star. First of all, चलो तो पहले देखते हैं कि अगर यहाँ पे H2 2 N2 का एनर्जी कौन सा आएगा, तो पहले तो सिग्मा 1s लेस देन सिग्मा स्टार 1s, सिग्मा 2s लेस देन सिग्मा स्टार 2s, less than pi 2px equals to pi 2py, less than sigma 2pz less than pi star 2px equals to pi star 2py, and less than sigma star 2pz, right? So this is the order of energy for hydrogen and nitrogen, and for oxygen to neon the order is sigma 1s less than sigma star 1s, sigma 2s less than sigma star 2s, sigma 2pz less than pi 2px equals to what, pi 2py, less than sigma pi star 2px equals to pi star 2py less than sigma star 2pz. अगर कोई आपको ऐसा क्वेश्चन करे कि आपको बॉन्ड ऑर्डर, एनर्जी लेवल डायग्राम और मैग्नेटिक प्रॉपर्टीज आपको फाइंड आउट करनी है, तो कैसे करते हैं? सपोज इफ वी टेक द N2 मॉलिक्यूल, चलो मैं N2 मॉलिक्यूल्स लेता हूं और इसकी सभी एनर्जी लेवल डायग्राम, बॉन्ड ऑर्डर एंड मैग्नेटिक प्रॉपर्टीज मुझे फाइंड आउट करनी है। तो पहले तो मैं ड्रॉ करूंगा यहाँ से। चलो यहाँ पे N का क्या आएगा? एटॉमिक ऑर्बिटल। यहाँ पे भी N का एटॉमिक ऑर्बिटल और यहाँ पे N2 का क्या आएगा? मॉलिक्यूलर ऑर्बिटल्स, राइट। तो N का एटॉमिक नंबर कौन सा है? 7। तो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉम्बिनेशन कौन सी आएगी? 1s2 2s2 2px1 2py1 एंड 2pz1। यहाँ पे भी ऐसा है 1s2 2s2 2px1 2py1 एंड 2pz1, राइट। यहाँ पे चलो शुरू करते हैं। पहले तो 1s का आएगा सिग्मा 1s सिग्मा स्टार 1s। चलो इसकी एनर्जी सबसे कम यहाँ पे मैं लिखता हूँ एनर्जी, ओके। तो ये है 1s और ये भी 1s। देन इट टेक्स व्हाट? 2s। चलो 2s का सिग्मा 2s सिग्मा स्टार 2s, यहाँ पे भी 2s यहाँ पे भी 2s। अभी क्या आएगा? तो 2p में क्या आएगा? पहले 5 2px 5 2p1 और यहाँ पे सिग्मा 2pz 1 2 3, ओके। सेम वे 1 2 एंड 3, ओके। सो यहाँ पे 2p, ये भी 2p और यहाँ पे 5 स्टार 2px 2py एंड हियर सिग्मा 2pz, ओके। तो यहाँ पे देखो पहले तो चलो दिस इज द एटॉमिक ऑर्बिटल, दिस इज द मॉलिक्यूलर ऑर्बिटल। यहाँ पे लिख दो एनर्जी लेवल सिग्मा 1s, इसकी ऑर्डर आएगा सिग्मा स्टार 1s सिग्मा 2s सिग्मा स्टार 2s pi 2px pi 2py सिग्मा 2pz pi स्टार 2px pi स्टार 2py एंड सिग्मा स्टार 2pz। अंडरस्टैंड? अभी इलेक्ट्रॉन को अरेंज करो। चलो यहाँ पे 1s में 2 तो 2s में 2 और यहाँ पे 1 2px 2py एंड 2pz। सेम वे 2px 2py एंड 2pz। यहाँ पे भी नाइट्रोजन ही है तो यहाँ पे 1 2 एंड 3। हमने ऐसा पढ़ा है कि हाफ इलेक्ट्रॉन विल बी अरेंज इन द बॉन्डिंग मॉलिक्यूलर ऑर्बिटल एंड हाफ एंटी बॉन्डिंग। 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 काउंट करो कितना है? 6 है। तो ये 1 2 3 4 5 एंड 6। अंडरस्टैंड? Now you have to find out bond order. See, so how you can find out the bond order? Bond order that is equals to 1 by 2 Nb minus Na. Right? Now what is Nb and what is Na? That you all know. Nb means bonding molecular orbital. Number of electron present in the bonding molecular orbital. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. तो यहाँ पे 10 और यहाँ पे 1 2 and 3 4. So यहाँ पे 4. So 1 by 2 multiplied by 6. So it is equals to 3. So between the two nitrogen atom, how many bond is there? Triple bond is there. And if you want to write out the magnetic properties, then what is the magnetic properties? Magnetic properties. यहाँ पे देखो कि अगर यहाँ पे कोई भी इलेक्ट्रॉन अनपेयर नहीं है, सभी इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर है, तो मैग्नेटिक प्रॉपर्टीज क्या आएगी? तो पेयर है तो डायामैग्नेटिक, राइट? डायामैग्नेटिक। अंडरस्टैंड? राइट डाउन ऑल दिस थिंग्स। चलो okay, so this is how you have to find out the energy level as well as the bond order. And then after the last point that we had discussed, what? Intermolecular attraction. Weak van der Waals attraction force is there, right, between the molecules. We can also say that the existence of this force, weak attraction force, cannot be explained by any other chemical attraction force. So that's why such a type of attraction force is said to be the universal attraction force. And as its dimension is very less, about the 42 kJ per mole, and it will be prevail at a very less distance, that is a 4.2 angstrom. And here the intermolecular attraction force is depend upon the different factors. 4 different factors are there. First, shape of the molecules, then number of electron present in the molecules, then contact surface area, and fourth one, that is average intermolecular force, right? And we have also discussed that nitrogen and phosphorus are of the same group element, Then also N2 will be in the form of gaseous state, whereas the phosphorus will be in the form of solid state, right? So because of intermolecular attraction. Okay. Then after we have discussed about the hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond means what? Who will make the hydrogen bond? As you all know that the nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine will have the more electronegative element. When such element combine with the hydrogen, then it can form a hydride, right? So here, when they form the hydride, the sharing of the electron will be there, and all the electrons are attracted towards the more electronegative elements, right? Just like what is hydrogen bond? If somebody asks you the question that what is hydrogen bond, then the attraction force produced between electronegative element having non-bonding electron pair with the positive charge hydrogen atom is called hydrogen bond. Once again, the attraction force produced between electronegative element having a non-bonding electron pair, just like a attraction force produced between here, this guy is a negative, this guy is a positive, here positive and here negative, non-bonding electron pair with the positive charge hydrogen atom, that is called the hydrogen bond. Understand? Now who will make the hydrogen bond? That you all know that NH3, then H2O, then HF. Between the molecules there is an intermolecular attraction force is there, and it can form a hydrogen bond. The important thing that the hydrogen bond is strong than that of van der Waals attraction force, but weak than that of covalent bond. Right? Then after here, as you all know that NH3, H2O, HF forms a hydride of first element of group number 15, 16 and 17. And when we are discussing about the melting point and boiling point, it will be high as compared to that of other hydride of same group. क्यों? क्योंकि उसके बीच में क्या है? हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड, राइट? तो ये हमको मालूम होना चाहिए. हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड की बॉन्ड एनर्जी कितनी है? तो 40 किलोजूल पर मोल, राइट? And then we have also discussed that the density of the water will be maximum at 277 Kelvin temperature, and in the temperature interval of 273 to 277, the density of the water will be more than that of ice, and that's why we can say okay, ice will be float on the surface of the water. Understand? So all these things you have to know. Then after we have discussed the importance of hydrogen bond. Now what is the importance? Yes, hydrogen bond is formed in the water, the evaporation is low at a normal temperature, and that's why the water will be retained on the surface of the earth. Second point, the storage of water in the animals and the plants, that is vegetative cells, is due to the hydrogen bond. Right? Third point, molecules of water, we can say, forms a hydrogen bond with the component of the soil, and that's why the moisture will be retained in the soil. Right? Fourth point, hydrogen bond will be formed in the protein molecules, and that's why the muscles of living ones through the amine group, and hence the different function can be performed by the muscles is due to the hydrogen bond. The effectiveness of the medicine will be increased and become faster due to the hydrogen bond. The hydrogen bond play an important role in the DNA, then RNA and nucleic acid. That is just like a biochemical reaction. And we can say that just like the cloth of cotton is not dry very much faster, because the cellulose which are present in the cotton, that will form a hydrogen bond with the water molecules, and that's why it is not dry faster as compared to that of a nylon and tantalum, right? Then after we have discussed about the two different types of hydrogen bonds are there. Which are they? So intermolecular and intramolecular. Intra means what? That on the same molecules between the two atoms, and inter means different molecules of atom, right? Intramolecular hydrogen bond is there in the compound having an intramolecular hydrogen bond, their melting point and boiling point will be less, and intermolecular hydrogen bond, then the melting point and boiling point will be more. If we take the example of inter, then para-chlorophenol, and in that para, that is just like we can say 2-nitrochlorobenzene or ethylene glycol, and here in the intermolecular hydrogen bond methanol is there, right? So between the two molecules, intermolecular attraction force is there, then we can say it is a inter, and same molecules two atom, then we can say intra. Understand? So up to here we had revised all the different topics which we had discussed in the chemical bonding and molecular structure, right? So it's enough in this video. Okay, so wish you all the best for your test. Okay, so thank you very much.